5 seconds. Sir, I am very glad that when I read the address of the President, he said that this government is very seriously considering to establish immediately the institutions of Lokpal and Lokayuk. Sir, we have been telling this for years, and I think it is high time that this thought was translated into practice. If you have to check this administrative instrument and to check corruption corroding this instrument, we should have moral stature. We politicians, particularly politicians who are in positions of power, must have moral stature, otherwise we can never keep this instrument in order, and unless this instrument is put in order, the whole problem is going to be complex and we will not be able to solve the economic crisis. Sir, one more aspect I would like to retouch, and that is regarding education. This is one aspect of our life on which there have been a plethora of seminars, there have been a plethora of conferences and numerous reports, but the educational system continues as it is. Sir, I have been a member of the university syndicate. We are spending crores and crores of rupees on producing graduates and postgraduates and PhDs, thousands and thousands of them. For what purpose? What is the plan? What for do you want them in this country? What is happening? We are just preparing fodder for all types of agitations, good, bad, and indifferent. I think all of us know that some of the postgraduates have become Naxalites. Why? They are extremely frustrated. It is a national waste. And what is it that we are getting by spending crores of rupees? Should we not look into this problem? Sir, I would prefer if the government can close down all these colleges for say 10 years, which would perhaps be more useful for this country. Let them train people for some independent living. Let us train them to make a living instead of making them graduates and postgraduates with no goal of life, with no practical knowledge, making them absolutely frustrated and desperate. The third important thing which I would like to touch upon is the problem of soil erosion. I am sorry, people are not realizing the dangers. People have been writing articles on soil erosion. Recently, I happened to meet a scientist on soil erosion. I do not know whether it is an exaggeration, but still what he said was that soil erosion is taking place at such an alarming rate that within 15 to 20 years, the Bhakra Nangal Dam will be completely silted up. Forests are being destroyed. Is the government thinking about this? When forests are being destroyed, the climate is changing. There is imbalance in rainfall. There is drought or there is flood. This is upsetting the economy because our entire economy depends on monsoon. Forests are being destroyed. Unless this problem is attended to, we will not be able to achieve the socio-economic objectives of the 8th plan. Sir, in conclusion, I would say that once again I congratulate our finance minister. He has said at the end in the first part of his speech that the government is resolved to eliminate smuggling, black marketing, tax evasion and various other things. Sir, the extent of tax evasion in this country and the extent of tax arrears in this country, are they not a blot on the tax administration? A few years ago, 15 years ago, we used to say that the income tax officer was an unapproachable person. Today he is the most flexible and the most easily manipulated person. How much money is being evaded? Perhaps if we check this tax evasion, we need not have to resort to imposing taxes on BDs, cigarettes, and all these things. How much money is being drained away through tax evasion just because the income tax officers have only one thing in their mind, that is their self-interest. Take the Central Excise Department. Sir, if the collector of Central Excises has to get a regular amount of money from each circle, then what is the Central Excise Department for? Should we not do something about this? The Finance Minister in his speech has discounted the prophecies of doom, but the budget alone cannot work miracles. The budget alone cannot solve the socio-economic problems. Unless these steps are taken, prophecies of doom may after all come true. Sir, it will be a repetition on my part if I refer to some of the causes that have led the economic situation to this crisis. It is worthwhile to remember them to appreciate the budget proposals that have been presented by the Honorable Finance Minister. Sir, the budget should not only indicate the revenue receipts and expenditure, but it should also take into account our past performance and our areas of inadequacies, and it should project the future program to achieve our socio-economic goals. An efficient budget is that which does not raise the cost of living of the masses,